I want to thank you for taking PHP with MySQL Essential Training. We've now completed our first project in PHP, a complete content management system. We have our public area. That's the part of the site that we want our public users to see, and it allows them to see subjects and pages that we've chosen for them to see in a read-only context. And then we have the admin area that has user authentication, which requires admins to authenticate themselves by logging in with a username and password, and then gives them access to areas that will allow them to manage the site content on the front end for users and determine what subjects and pages they should see, as well as manage the admins who ought to have access to our admin area. It's a very simple application, and I'm sure you can probably think of dozens of new features to add to it. Our goal wasn't to build the best content management system ever made, but to learn enough PHP fundamentals that we could create a fully realized project. We came a long way during this tutorial, from the very basics of PHP to interacting with databases to the fundamentals of password encryption. And along the way, we learned a lot about best practices and programming techniques that I hope will help you to think like a programmer and write smarter code. Thank you for taking this journey with me. There are a lot of resources out there to help as your journey continues from here. Once you've had some practice with the essentials of PHP and MySQL, you may want to learn about object-oriented PHP, which I teach in PHP with MySQL Beyond the Basics, another tutorial on lynda.com. There are also many online resources to guide you. PHP.net is one of the best. And there are hundreds of blogs and forums where developers ask questions and trade tips. And of course, you can always refer back to these videos and our sample code as a reference if you get stuck. Remember, developing is a process of making mistakes and creating bugs, and then working through them until you understand the problem. So don't get discouraged if you run into a problem. Just start simple and move through the problem step by step, checking your code and your assumptions as you go. PHP and MySQL make it really easy to create amazing sites for the web. I look forward to seeing all the projects that you create online someday. Until then, happy coding.